You know, he is up there in age, and for him to like put on that kind of performance. Now, obviously, he probably didn't do every single stunt that Green
But
Goblin did.
what's
But
crazy is he said he wouldn't do this role unless
right,
he can do his own stunts. What's up, guys? It's CJ. I'm here with Mike and Richard. We're going to get into another episode of Superhero Sundays. Before we do, stop. Spoiler alerts. You haven't seen this movie, which I don't know why you haven't seen this movie. You should go watch it, then come back and join us. When you come back and join us, make sure you like and subscribe, because any and all support is greatly appreciated. It helps us impact the community. So with all that being said, I got my cup, man. I got my SpiderMan cup this time. I'm like ready, bro. I'm ready.
You know, I've always had this because, you know, he was always right.
He was always right. That could be a whole nother episode, bro. Just going into that. But today, man, we're going to talk about, yes, it finally dropped. SpiderMan No Way Home came and it conquered, bro. Like, I wonder if Mike's gonna be center pouch on this episode, man. It's gonna be hard to be center pouch, bro. Because
I mean, I can do it. It's just because you guys are probably gonna be like, this movie's like tippity top.
there's a pedestal. There's definitely a pedestal.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, it was solid. You know,
solid. Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh my god.
I think why people are just like so amazed and blown away is because, of course, all three Spider-Mans, all the nostalgia, blah, blah, blah. But Marvel's movies this year so far weren't really like phase 1 through 4 or phase 1 through 3, where everything was a hit. And you just hyped the whole way, the whole train. This time it was more like some disappointment, some mixed reviews with, Eternals and all, the stuff going on. And then we have this, and it's like, yes, finally we got what we wanted from Marvel, and they delivered. I think they really came through, man. So, Mike, I don't want to go to center pouch yet. I want to keep my heart up. So let's go with Richard, man. You just recently saw it, man. Mike and I saw it on Thursday, opening night, and you saw it Sunday. So you're fresh off the viewing, man. So what's your thoughts on SpiderMan No Way Home?
Oh man, pretty epic of a movie. I gotta say, it was pretty epic. I'm still like, I got a lot going on today, and I'm running errands, and I'm doing this, and I'm trying to clean and running that, and like I kept thinking about it. Like I just, it was still on my mind,
Yeah.
It was really good. I'm definitely gonna go watch it again. That's for sure.
Yes.
I'm definitely gonna go watch it again, because now it was a 2.5 hour movie. It didn't feel like it. It didn't feel like it at all.
Yeah.
But I still feel like a lot happened in the movie that I just need to watch it again, so that I could just even like in case there's anything I missed, like I just need to get it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just
it's
details.
A movie where like you get the details the second time around, and just kind of appreciate it a little more. You see it the second time, definitely, yeah. What do you think, Mike? About?
I really enjoyed it. Still an 8 out of 10. I saw it again yesterday. IMAX this time. Still an 8 out of 10. It was a solid movie though.
Yeah. What's your favorite parts? What's your favorite parts in the movie?
Same as it was the last time we saw it, CJ. Gotta be Green Goblin beating us.
Boy.
Boy, oh boy. And you know what? I was talking to somebody else today about it, and they were like, you know what? I didn't realize it, but in the movie, with Toby Maguire, the Green Goblin was making his own super soldier serum. Like that was the whole thing. So like during the movie, they didn't really touch. Well, in the Toby Maguire movies, they didn't really touch that he had like this super strength and all this stuff. But in this, you see it.
You see it.
It is on full display. Like he did not hold back at all. Like he was brutal, and I loved it.
Yeah. I think when we look back at this might go down as one of the top fights in the MCU, bro. Like I still get chills watching it. Like that hallway scene, like Mike and I were talking about, compared to the Daredevil hallway scene, which is famous from the Netflix series. This scene was crazy, bro. Like Richard, like cinematography, the way the combat, because you were fighting guys, so the combat style and how they were fighting, it was so good, man. What do you think about that hallway scene with Willem Dafoe, man?
Oh man, I mean, Willem Dafoe just knocked this out of the ballpark. He really did. I mean, considering that he did Green Goblin 18 years ago, something like that, 19 years ago, right? We'll round it. We'll round it to 20. We'll round it up to 20. He is up there in age, and for him to put on that kind of performance. Now, obviously, he probably didn't do every single stunt that Green Goblin did.
What's crazy is he said he wouldn't do this role unless he can do his own stunts.
Is that what it was for sure?
Stunts. He did his own stunts.
Oh.
I don't want to say 100%, but he said he wanted to do his own stunts, so he did the majority of it.
Wow. So, okay. I mean, dude,
that makes it even more of impressive, right? Yeah.
Hands down, that is effing awesome. It's,
he was the villain of this movie.
Oh, he was the number one villain of this movie.
Yeah. So
100%.
The Sinister Six or whatever, but he was the villain.
Yes, man. Yeah.
Oh, and also right before that scene, one of my favorite parts was when Tom Holland Spider-Man got his Spidey sense, and he didn't know what was going on, and it's kind of deafening, and he was going through different rooms trying to figure out who it's coming from, and the only thing you could say is May to run, because he knows something's gonna go down, but he doesn't know who it is, and then he finally just webs, the Green Goblin, and then you notice he was feeling that Green Goblin took completely over, really took over Norman Osborn.
Yeah,
that was just the way that they set that up to make it so tense, and you can feel it in the air type of thing.
Yeah,
was perfectly done.
Yes.
When I watched it the second time, and Alfred Molina's Doc Ock told him, how do you feel that you're going to be cured? That it's only going to be, you won't be the crazy half. And then Norman Osborn goes, just me, or only me. But he said it in a way where you're like, oh man, a little detail that you miss when you watch it the second time. You're like, that's when he took over, right there when he said, yes, only me. And is hidden.
Yeah, because his voice changes when he's Green Goblin versus when he's Norman Osborn Osborn, and when he said that in the Green Goblin voice, and you're just like, ooh, this is it's about to go down. It's about to go down. It's about to go down.
It's nothing against Alfred Molina, a great Doc Ock, always a great Doc Ock. I loved him. My favorite villain from Spider-Man 2, as you know, CJ. So I said my favorite one. He did great, and I was right from the trailer that's saying that he was going to be more like a mentor type of thing, kind of character in this movie, even though he's going to play a villain, sure. But eventually, like I said, when we watched the trailer and we talked about it, that I said that Doc Ock is probably going to be the mentor, kind of more helping out. And that's exactly what happened. Because if you really think about it, he's the only one that is a villain, not because of who he is, but because of what happened to him.
Yeah.
The arms are taking over him, his thoughts and stuff. So it's not really him, it's something else.
Yeah.
When you cure him, he becomes
a better version of himself. Yeah,
he becomes him,
the true version of himself.
And only when it's broken is it him a villain.
Yeah.
So it was just perfectly done. Alfred Molina did great. Like I said, I really didn't like Jamie Foxx as Electro. I still don't like him. I don't know. There's something about it I didn't like. I love the guy who plays Sandman. He always does a great job.
I forgot his name too. Yeah,
I forget his name. And then of course the backup, the lizard. He said a few things, but he was technically right. He says he was the smart one to say what he said. If you really caught on, he says when you start doing things, your actions, there are consequences. Your actions are, and then something happens, right? Cause and effect. And then he knew as soon as J. Jonah Jameson showed up and the DODC showed up, he was like, and it begins. he knew he was like almost like he was narrating what was about to happen.
Yeah,
It was about to happen. Like stuff is about to go down.
Yeah. I think with this movie, every single villain had their little moments, and they all kind of balance each other out very well. But of course, the Green Goblin just really stole the show. I'm still going to say he's probably one of the best villains we've seen in MCU besides Thanos. His performance was just perfect. There's other villains who had, great power and they're cool looking and things like that, but his performance was just flawless. Like, it was so, like that one scene in the hallway when Tom Spider-Man was punching him and he was enjoying it, like he was smiling and grinning. That's on Joker level. Joker level. He's laughing, he's enjoying it, like he wants more, like bring it on, like this is what I wanted. Crazy, mentally just deranged. It was perfect, man. I'm gonna make a shirt of this dude, man. Like, I love this guy. So like, it was really, really great.
Seriously though, like Green Goblin's performance, or Willem Dafoe's performance of the Green Goblin in this Spider-Man, I mean, totally supersedes the first performance with Toby Maguire.
Definitely.
Like they really went out of the way to make him so much more dominant than what we grew up thinking of, because when we think of Green Goblin, we think of Willem Dafoe in that, 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And now same person, same actor, same portrayal, but just
elevated.
Like, damn. Yeah.
New levels, man. Like, that's
just
MCU though.
Damn.
That's what the writers of the MCU have been doing, man. They really develop their characters the right way. The writing is always on point. They just, they do very, very well.